man, Willie Mays, is considered by many to be the most complete baseball player who ever walked on the diamond. He is the greatest right-handed home run hitter in the history of the game, the finest defensive center fielder in baseball with a fantastic arm, a base runner of unbelievable daring and accomplishment. He's been named the most valuable player in his league 2 times, 11 years apart. An amazing, unprecedented span of time for such brilliance to endure. Quite early in his career, he became the first and only major leaguer ever to hit more than 200 home runs while stealing more than 200 bases. He has done everything from hitting 4 home runs in 1 game to making catches that are discussed years after they've been made. And as a team player, he has sparked the Giants to championships in New York and San Francisco. He is the definition of the term, the one and only Willie Mays. Willie Mays, captain of the San Francisco Giants, likes to get to Candlestick Park early. He believes, like all great stars, that only by constant practice can an athlete stay in good mental and physical condition. Today, he's arriving even earlier than usual. And it's a special treat for these 3 boys because they and you are going to learn a few of the finer points about baseball from Willie Mays himself, courtesy of the Coca-Cola Company and your local Coca-Cola bottler. And this is where Willie works.
Well, fellas, this is where I work. How you like my office here?
Man, it sure looks big from here.
See you bigger when I'm chasing those fly balls out there.
It can look even bigger when over 40,000 fans bring the roar of a crowd to a big league ballpark like Candlestick.
First thing to always remember is don't try to copy anyone else. Don't try to copy your favorite star. Don't do anything that doesn't come natural. Take me. I use what they call a basket catcher all the time. I don't think it's something that all the leaguers should use, but it's something that I should use because I can get rid of the ball much quicker. In the outfield, the center fielder is what you call a quarterback out there. And it seems like wherever the ball goes, he has to be there, left or right. He has to be to try to back up at all times. That means if the guy misses the ball, he's there to try to back up the guy to make sure that the guy doesn't take the extra base.
On a ground ball to the outfield, Willie says to charge the ball and keep charging at all times, even if you occasionally miss the ball. Often this will keep the base runner from advancing on you.
I have noticed that every time a player makes a mistake, it seems like it worries him a lot. But I think the most important thing is if he makes one mistake, try to make up for it on the next play. I think it's very important for any outfielder to know his hitters and know who's pitching at all times. And I have to give a lot of signs in the outfield to the outfielders to do certain things to make sure that they're in position to try to make a play at all bases. Anybody that knows me, when I come to the plate, I try to dig in as far as I can.
Willie's knowledge of pitchers throughout the league is based not only on years of experience, but also because he constantly studies the pitcher's individual styles.
It's not just the home runs that in this game that count. I love to have a guy on my club that can hit singles and doubles and sometimes hit a couple of triples. You're not going to find a guy that can hit home runs all the time. So baseball is a game that I think is very important if a guy can just hit.
When you hit a single, Willie believes that the most important thing is to run hard to first base so that you don't lose your stride. And as far as taking an extra base, if the first baseman happens to miss the ball, you need that good hard run to first base to set up the opportunity for the extra base.
You know, Willie, seems like you play a lot of games at night now.
That's right, Roy.
Yeah, that really must be something, playing big league baseball under the lights.
That's right, too.
And for Mays and the Giants, playing at night at Candlestick Park can sometimes be quite an experience. Most big league hitters believe it's easier to hit during the day. In fact, many say that you can only see about half the baseball at night. But Willie stresses that there are certain hitting fundamentals, regardless of day or night.
The most important thing, I think, in hitting is the level swing and the follow-through. I think some hitters have a different way of hitting, but when you stick to those two things, I think you're correct. Just make a complete level swing and not try to kill the ball. The first thing I think when you're hitting, you should try to line up. Line up, what I mean is that try to line your knuckles up at all times. And the way I hit is that when I see the ball approaches me, I try to grip the bat as tight as I can. That means when you hit the ball, it doesn't jar your finger at all. And sometimes you can hit the ball a little further by doing that, but a lot of hitters may not be able to do a lot of these things because they are not as strong as some guys. But the most important thing is to line up, hold the bat real tight, and take a complete swing at all times.
Did you ever try and copy somebody's batting style, Willie?
The guy that I tried to copy was Joe DiMaggio, but I think it was wrong because he was a guy of 210. I was a young fellow, about 185 at that time. So I think it's wrong to try to copy other guys' style or swing, whatever it may be. Just go out and play your own brand of ball, and I think that's the best way.
According to Willie, a good base runner is someone who is always alert, someone who constantly keeps his eye on the ball during all situations.
Another way to be alert on the base, I think, is trying to help your fellow players out. What I do is that when I'm running, I try to motion the guy on what to do, slide or stand up, and I think that helps a lot of guys not to break their stride. Another thing for a base runner is that when he's on first base and the guy happens to hit a single, to make sure that when he's running second base, to pick up your third base coach. Your third base coach is the guy that can tell you just what to do as you come into third base.
And when sliding, Willie follows a most important rule. Once you've committed yourself to the slide, go through with it. A player can get hurt trying to stop a slide.
That's terrific action, Willie. How do you keep in condition?
Well, the way I keep condition is I try to have a real good kind of start, and most of all, I think you should have at least 8 or 9 hours of real good sleep.
You must really have to keep in shape to play center field.
There's a lot of country to be covered out there. You got to be ready on every pitch, to run 100 feet in every direction. It can take a lot out of you just getting set on every pitch.
The complete baseball player must be able to do everything well, from executing a proper bunt to worrying the pitcher into perhaps making a mistake. Mays never stops, never lets up. Whether on offense or defense, he's working all the time. A San Francisco sports writer describing a triple hit to center field by Willie Mays in one game said, "The only man in baseball who could have caught it, hit it." But perhaps the true secret of Willie Mays' greatness is the simple fact that he loves to play the game. Whether he is hitting, fielding, running, or throwing, there is always this element of enjoyment and desire. This, too, has been a major factor in producing the greatest home run hitter of our time. and his millions of fans thank him for just that.